Hi, thank you for joining me today. So I had tested out the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation, and it went very well. I very much enjoyed that. So I decided to just go out and try and purchase and try the matte version. So I have with me the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This is for normal to oily skin because it has that mattifying effect. And I got this in the number 220 Natural Beige. So hopefully this one will work. I'm going to try to go a bit fast today because I have someplace to be. So I will go ahead and open this. It's just like the Dewy version. It comes in a glass bottle, no applicator, no pump. So I'm just going to pour a little bit out on the back of my hand. And let's see how this works. I know I don't have oily skin. I do tend to have dry skin, but I really still wanted to see how this would work. And it is a hot day out today. I'm going outside to a festival, and so I am going to be a little bit sweaty today. So let's see how this holds up. This does say it's supposed to be long wearing, not necessarily sweat proof, transfer proof, all that, but let's see, because I was quite impressed with the dewy one because I did perspire a little bit and it still held up really well. I loved the finish, so I just was curious as to how this one would work. I think this one, I didn't even check to see, because I know the dewy version is supposed to be, that one is a radiant finish with a medium coverage, and I didn't even check to see what this is. I know it's supposed to be matte, but is it supposed to be full or medium? Actually, I think this is supposed to be full. So that went on very nicely, very easy. It looks good. This, I didn't even check to color match this. I always just kind of go in and hope for the best. This actually works out pretty nicely. It might be just the tiniest bit light, but like the dewy one was like a tiny bit like pinky, and this one isn't pinky. It's very neutral, but I feel like it's just tiniest bit light. So probably in winter this will work really nice for me. Okay, so it definitely has a medium coverage right now. As far as poreless, I do have like some visible pores on my cheeks. Definitely covered up better and more easily than with the dewy one. My texture obviously is not as smooth as with the dewy, but it still looks good. Like, this looks nice. I like it. Let me see if I can cover some of my sunspots. Oh, I hope this has SPF in it. Ooh, you know what? Shoot. This does not have SPF in it. I'm so dumb. I'm going out in the sun today, and I didn't put any SPF on. Did I put any in my... Shoot, I have no SPF on. I'm going to have to do that. Alright. Interesting. Okay. So it definitely covered my sunspots, my more lighter sunspots, but obviously not the like very, very dark ones. I most certainly used more of this foundation. Like, I had to use more than I did of the dewy. It's the formula is definitely a little bit just the tiniest bit thicker than the dewy one. Let me finish the rest of my face and I will be... Alright, so here is the finished look. I really like the finish, and so I will check in at the end of the day to let you know how this wears. I don't even know what time it is. Let's see. Oh, it is 10 a.m. so I will check in later. Hello, so I am back. It is about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been wearing this, not for, well, pretty much for the whole day, but not a full day. But I am ready to just wash my face. My family and I went out to a festival and we walked around a lot. It was a hot day and I did sweat quite a bit on my face, but the foundation held up very well. I don't know if you could tell in this lighting, but it is pretty flawless. I could not stop looking at my reflection at my skin when I first put it on because I could not believe how airbrushed and like nice my face looked. I'm really just not used to a matte finish, and I really liked it. And it's not dry, it doesn't feel dry on my face. Even though the matte foundation is not recommended for dry skin, it really does work fine. So if you're the type of person that has dry skin and wants to have a matte complexion, this will work for you. It wears very nicely. It's very comfortable. I really don't feel it on my face. There's no tackiness. It is there, but it's not cakey. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. And I was out in the hot sun. I did perspire, and at first I was kind of just tapping the sweat off, and then I just literally was just going like this. So there is a little bit of foundation that came off around my nose, a little bit right here from my sunglasses, but otherwise nothing crazy. And because it's not a full coverage foundation, the fact that these pieces of over here, the fact that the foundation like came off, it doesn't look noticeable. It did not cake up anywhere. Even once the foundation was wearing off in those areas, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look gross. I mean, it just looks great. Everywhere else the foundation stayed on very nice. It did not settle into my lines. I am just very, very impressed. Oh, and also I do want to mention, because I forgot to put sunscreen on and I was going to go out in the sun, I did take my beauty sponge and I put sunscreen on it, and I did kind of sponge it onto my face. The foundation didn't move. It was great. It works really, really well. I didn't set it with a powder. I didn't set it with a spray, and it still stayed on. I didn't even think about setting it. It really stayed wonderful. I did have a little bit of dewiness around like my T-zone here when I was in the sun because I was perspiring, so that's going to happen, but otherwise I'm really impressed. Like, my makeup held up very well. Very impressed with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I highly recommend it. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, but if you want to see more videos like this or you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell to be told next time there is a video. Thank you so much and have a great day.